All right, guys, good morning. I'm going to make this real quick because right now, these guys are playing a little bit of games. I'm going to play this news report from ABC News and show you how reckless these guys really are. Check this shit out.
24 hours after the coronavirus task force announced promising results for a drug that could help treat the virus, remdesivir, tonight comes word the president is working to fast-track something else, a vaccine. The plan, called Operation Warp Speed, is the administration's new effort to speed up the timeline for a vaccine by the end of the year.
I hope we're going to have a vaccine, and we're going to fast-track it like you've never seen before.
The government and the military teaming up with industry to
You notice they're trying to push this thing out as soon as possible because now that they're actually allowing states or permitting states or gay states to go ahead to slowly, quote unquote, slowly reopen businesses again. Check this out.
Mass-produce doses of the vaccine by January 2021.
Hence is why they're rushing this vaccine out. It's a brand new vaccine. I can't even pronounce the name of it. Revelin, I forgot. Well, anyway, you'll hear more about it in a second. But I just wanted to say that right quick because they're trying to do the fast track, and the FDA gave them approval on it just yesterday.
You know who's in charge of it? Honestly, I am.
That's the scary part. He's the judge of it. He hasn't even taken the fucking drug, but he's the judge of it. Really?
I'll tell you, I'm really in charge of it.
Today, Dr. Anthony Fauci pressed, is that feasible?
I was saying in January and February that it would be a year to 18 months. So January is a year. So it isn't that much from what I had originally said. But you don't wait until you get an answer before you start manufacturing. You at risk proactively start making it, assuming it's going to work.
What's unclear is which vaccine the...
That's the danger part of this guy. He's basically saying, you don't wait to see if it's going to work. You push it out to see if it's going to work. I'm just at a loss of words on that. You know, that bothered me. When he said make that statement, I'm like, dude, you're as irresponsible as fuck. This is DJ Wolf Live. Alright, this is DJ Wolf. I just wanted to play that right quick because it goes to show me that Anthony Fauci is still on Team 45. There's no doubt about it. I should play the clip from Bill Gates, but I'm going to listen to that one again because he's as irresponsible as fuck too. These guys are about money, man. And Bill Gates, if you listen to him, he talks like he's a scientist. Just because he got billions and billions of dollars doesn't make you a scientist. But he calls himself a self-imposed scientist. He knows what he's talking about. He's talking about numbers, just like Trump is. These guys these white guys out here get all this money, and now they think that they know everything. And that's the danger. Trump, because he got all this money and got all these businesses and stuff all over the place, is talking reckless too. And so is Fauci. You know, and he thinks he knows everything. Trump thinks he knows everything. There was this is a video that I did have from Vice that shows all the times how reckless Trump was, saying a lot of dumb shit, making claims about him being so omnipotent, and it ain't funny. I may have to play that on audio here and push it back to you guys because I really want you to hear that. This guy is so full of himself. And the thing of it is, though, Fauci, who's a doctor in I think NIH or something like that, and he's talking as recklessly as Trump is. He's desperate to get this drug out, and he's trying to say that the means outweigh the ways. Am I getting that right? But it's in other words, it's more important to get the drug out to the people than to verify if they're actually going to work. He's putting people out there as guinea pigs. That's dangerous. I just heard somebody on YouTube talking about this morning. I just heard this morning. We're down in Georgia, in parts of Georgia. They actually are going door to door to people's houses, asking if they want to be tested, or they want to take some kind of experiment drug or something. I forgot what it was about, but it was weird. It's get like a lot of these shows out here. It's like art is imitating life, imitating our art. Where now, in California, they were talking about live having everyone out there will be able to get tested. They're talking about doing it here, but California is making it accessible for anybody to get tested. I'm wondering why I hear in Prince George's County, Maryland, not only do we have the highest number of not only cases, but the highest number of deaths in the entire region of the DMV. Yeah, we have the highest number of cases of coronavirus patients and the highest number of deaths combined per entire region. The entire region between Maryland, D.C., Virginia, and West Virginia. I shit you not. Been like this from day one. I was very shocked that they don't have free testing for anybody who wants to get the test. And they don't. Trust me, I called my doctor about 3.5 weeks ago, and they told me right up front, if there ain't nothing wrong with you, we gonna test you. That's exactly what they said. In other words, and I had a colleague that actually had to lie to get a test. And come to find out that they had a trace of it because a relative of theirs actually had the virus. So it goes to show you that they are discriminating people when it comes to testing. There's no doubt about that. I know they are. Because if you want to get the test, you should be able to get it. You know. Even if you feel that you don't have any symptoms. But the whole point of it is you can be a carrier and have the symptoms and don't know it. That's probably why they won't test people out in PG, because and they're not making it an issue about it at all, which is kind of scary. You know, it's very scary. Or maybe I don't need to get a test because I'm thinking I'm going out to the hospitals and stuff, and people getting sicker and sicker every time more people go out there and get sicker and sicker. It's weird, man. Now they're trying to say that it didn't come from a market or a lab. See, they did making all these disclaimers about it, but yet they said it was tied to an institute, which is a lab. In China, they just said that this morning. I said, well, hold on. You said it wasn't tied to a lab or wasn't tied to a market, and you said it wasn't man-made. It's one of the three. But for certain, I do think it was man-made. I was in the military, all right? And I was in basic training. This was 1986. Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. We had to go through the gas chamber to make sure that our masks were tested. We run the test. But anyway, I ain't gonna go into too much detail. Take off the mask, right? After we made sure that our mask was good and clear and it was tight, sealed up perfectly. Take the mask off, and what do you know? Stuff immediately gets right into your lungs. And you had to stand there for about 30 seconds. And the longer you stood there, the more your system was just, felt like it was bubbling up a little bit. Your whole system. And it felt like it was burning. And it will cut your windpipe off. It will cut your wind off. It will cut your access to breathing off. Damn near off. It really did. It will suffocate your breathing. This I know for a fact. I ain't talking no hyperbole. I ain't talking about what somebody said. I'm telling you what I personally experienced. Yeah, you had to stand there for about 30 seconds, and as soon as it affected you, you had to get out of there, and then they let you out. And when you got out, man, you was breathing as hard as you could get, any gasp of air you could get, throwing up and everything. It's almost how I felt last year when I had caught this elevated sinus infection, which I still think was a virus. I had an inhaler. I still got the inhaler over here. I don't use it, but I had to use it for 2 months before I recovered. I think, and even then, last year they were talking about a superbug vent. Late March, early April, they were talking about a superbug. It was in the media for about a hot second. Matter of fact, I was looking all over the place, and you could almost not. Matter of fact, I didn't find anything on it after that. They just totally stopped talking about it. I'm in the doctor's office where a dozen other people all got on mass coughing, including myself. Hence the picture that you, I should have posted up, that you may have saw when I did the big rant a few days ago. That was me in the doctor's office with a mask on last April. I took my glasses off and I had to cough. Which leads me to believe one thing. These viruses like this super viruses like the coronavirus been going around for a while. I don't think it just started. And to be honest with you, I've had sinus infections for the last 4 years. Guess when Bill Gates started talking about these virus stuff, pandemic stuff? 2015, year before. I'm just saying. So we really gotta be on our wits about this stuff, man, because I don't know what's going on. And I'm going to still continue to talk about this. Also, at some point, I'm going to work on trying to get my DJ thing going on by this weekend. I'm hoping tonight. And then I got doing the Zoom thing tomorrow night with my family, because we hadn't seen each other in a while. So we all do a check-in. I actually recommend you use it. It's good. It's a good. Zoom is a lot easier than I thought it was, because you could do group chats privately. You know, I love it. So I don't know how Willie D do Zoom on his own through YouTube. I think I know how, and there's a way I thought about doing it, but I said I don't know if I'm gonna do it that way or not. I'm using TouchCast, so, and that's pretty cool too. But anyway, that's all I got, guys. This is DJ Wolf. I am out.